Google has sent me the Fitbit Air. I just got this and haven't had enough time to do a real review, but I've unboxed it and played around with a few things and wanted to share my opinions with you before I get to really diving in with it. I'm going to hit on 3 things here: unboxing the Fitbit Air, the different accessories I have and how they work, and what the new Google Health app looks like. So, Google sent me this cute box with all this gear in it. It's interesting that the box logo is all about the transition from the Fitbit app to Google Health and not really about the Fitbit Air itself, but whatever. Inside the box is a whole bunch of black tissue paper, the Fitbit Air itself, which I got in the berry color, and I am so excited about that. This Google Health leather tray from Royce, New York, which is nice, I guess. And this is really cool, a matching leather watch case, also from Royce, with the Google Health logo on it. Inside are 2 additional bands, but I'll focus on them in a bit. Oh, and there's also this card in here that tells me all the rules about unboxing this and how I can't say certain things. I also need to make sure I hashtag stuff, so hashtag gift from Google and hashtag Google Health. That's how that works, right? With that out of the way, let's check out the Fitbit Air itself. As usual, there's no plastic packaging, so it's a bit tricky to get the thing out of the box. But once you get it opened, the Fitbit Air is right there wrapped around a piece of cardboard. The berry strap is a very bright red or maybe even pink, but it looks great. The strap has Velcro on it, so that's how it will stay firmly attached to your wrist. The pebble, where all the magic happens, is underneath the strap, but I'll go more into that in a second. Under the Fitbit Air is the charger with no power brick. If you own a Pixel Watch 4, you might think that this looks just like the charger for that, but they are not the same. So you won't be able to charge your watch with this or charge your Fitbit Air with what you currently have, unfortunately. Under the cable is a small amount of paperwork, and that's it. So the first thing I noticed about the Fitbit Air is just how light it is at 12 grams. That's for the strap and the pebble, but just the pebble itself is insanely light at just 5 grams. I mean, that's less than the weight of 2 sugar cubes. Getting the Air on my wrist was super easy. You just disconnect the Velcro, widen the gap, put it on, and then re-Velcro it to a comfortable tightness. Once it's on, it's like it's barely there. It's so light that I could easily see just forgetting that it's even on my wrist. Of course, this default strap is pretty simplistic, so let's take a look at the other straps Google sent over. To try the other straps out though, we need to take the pebble out of the original strap. That's really easy too. You literally just push it out. There's no tools or buttons or anything, you just push. Getting the pebble into the new strap is just as easy. Let's try out this one, which is called the Elevated Modern Band. I like this because it's in moonstone, the same color as my phone and my Pixel Watch, so everything will match. For this strap, you slide the clasp off, pop the pebble in, which makes a very satisfying snap sound, widen the gap, place it on your wrist, and then replace the clasp to your preferred fit. The other strap I have is the Silicone Active Band, also in the berry color. This works just like the strap that comes with Pixel Watches. You pop the pebble in, pull out the slack and undo the clasp, wrap it around your wrist to your preferred fit, clasp it, and then hide the slack underneath the strap itself. Oh, and just in case you're wondering, yes, there is a right way and a wrong way to put in the pebble. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but the pebble has a teeny tiny LED light, and the straps each have a cutout to show that light. So when you put the pebble in, you need to make sure the side with the light matches the hole. Honestly, of these 3 bands, the one I like the least is the default strap. The silicone one is more comfortable, and the moonstone one feels like it will last longer. Keep this in mind if you're planning to buy one of these, as it might be a good idea to get a few different straps to try. Speaking of which, as a reminder, the Google Fitbit Air costs $99 and comes in obsidian, lavender, berry, and fog. There's also a special edition linked to Steph Curry, but that one is slightly more expensive at $129.99. Steph is a professional basketball player, so you know he's broke and needs that extra bit of money to go his way. Meanwhile, the silicone band on its own is $34.99 and the elevated modern band is $49.99. To help offset those costs though, just pre-order the Fitbit Air from the Google store. Doing so gets you a $35 credit after the device ships, and you can use that to get a free silicone band or a modern band at a deep discount. Google won't let me show you how to connect the Fitbit Air to the new Google Health app, but I can show you how the app looks and talk a bit about the new Coach feature, so let's jump into that. The first thing you'll notice is that the classic Fitbit logo is gone, replaced with the new heart-shaped Google Health design. This is a bit confusing because the Google Fit app also has a heart-shaped icon, and the Fit app is not going away, at least not yet. Oh, and the Health Connect app isn't going away either, and its icon is, you guessed it, shaped like a heart. So yeah, good luck navigating through that. Anyway, once you open up the Google Health app, you'll see this page. Just to be clear, all this data comes from my Pixel Watch 4, not the Fitbit Air, so don't take these metrics as me saying anything about the Fitbit Air's tracking quality. But yeah, up here you can see I'm doing pretty well for my cardio, if I do say so myself, and that I got some good sleep, have a decent number of steps already, and my readiness score is pretty good. This section is called the focus area, and I can easily change these to other metrics if I like by hitting the pencil icon. Back on the main page, I have this interesting AI written factoid about how I am doing really well for sleep. Believe me people, I am pretty bad at a lot of things in life, but sleep is not one of them. I am a master sleeper. This section of stuff comes from the Gemini-powered Health Coach. If we scroll down a bit, we can see that the coach knows me well and knows I travel all the time for work. That's why it's asking me here if I'm at home or in a hotel room. If I pick one of these, it will give me recommendations on what I can do to keep my fitness momentum going, even if I'm not at home with my bike, exercise equipment, and all that. Continuing further down, we've got some more sleep metrics, and then we shift to things that happened yesterday, which allows me to see not only my progress for today, but for what I did the day before. On the fitness tab, I can pick from pre-designed workouts, see my recent workouts, and a bunch of fitness metrics from today. On the sleep tab, I can get even more sleep metrics, obviously, and then on the health tab, I can see a ton of data about how my body is doing. Keep in mind that Google has provided me with Fitbit Premium, which is soon going to become Google Health Premium. This costs $10 a month and provides a lot of extra features in the Google Health app. So some of these features and metrics I'm showing will be locked behind that paywall. Thankfully, if you decide to get a Fitbit Air, you get 3 months of Google Health Premium for free. So you'll be able to try it out and see if having yet another subscription is worth it. Honestly though, I think one of the best things about the Fitbit Air is that you're not locked to a subscription to use it. Google's main competition here is the Whoop strap, which doesn't work at all without a subscription. For me, paying $99 outright and then $35 for a different strap is totally a better deal than needing to pay monthly or yearly forever to keep the strap working. So yeah, if you like the idea of the Fitbit Air but aren't keen on having a subscription to Google Health Premium, take it from me, you don't need the subscription. Is the subscription nice? Yeah, but it's not necessary. One final thing to talk about here, which is the AI-powered Coach feature. You can access this from any page in the Google Health app by tapping this blue chat icon at the bottom right. When you do, you'll be taken to a page that will look very familiar if you've ever used the Gemini app. The difference though is that the Health Coach is siloed from the main Gemini app. This is by design because it keeps your conversations about your personal health with the coach and out of the regular Gemini interface. Even though both systems have the same architecture underneath, if you ask the health coach a question about something, regular Gemini won't know you ever asked that. This keeps your health data private and secure. With the coach feature, you can ask all sorts of things, such as, make me an exercise routine for next week that has me really pushing myself for 3 of those days and then lighter loads for the rest. The coach will think on that for a while and then ask you questions about what your goals are and eventually give you a routine. You can also ask more direct questions like, what was my peak heart rate on my most recent bike ride? The coach has access to all your health data, so it can become a trusted companion as you go on your health journey. Assuming you're wearing something like the Fitbit Air all the time, the sky's the limit for how much assistance you can get from the coach. Okay, that's about all I can show you for today. Stay tuned though, as I'll have a full review of my time with the Fitbit Air coming soon. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss that. And if you like the idea of the Google Health Coach and all the software, but want something better for hardware, I highly recommend the Pixel Watch 4 for that. Let me know what you think about the Fitbit Air so far, and I'll see you all down in the comments.